Good morning, random viewers. Let's switch on some lights so you can see something. And the video light is still standing here, so let's plug in the extension cord. So, that's better. I did manage to center this workpiece a little bit better, so it would spin a little bit more balanced on the lathe. Although with this one jaw being reversed, it will always be a bit unbalanced, but it shouldn't be a problem, I think. Alright, it's time we move this whole production to the old barn. Alright, I'll turn on some lights. Here's the light stand. I'm going to get an extension cable. Okay, that looks better, but I got one more light that's hanging directly above the lathe. Okay, first thing I need to do is remove the chuck. I want to keep this workpiece inside the chuck. So I'm not going to use my regular chuck removal tool, but I will be using this, what is it? Crescent wrench. Here comes the little 4-jaw. Okay, next I need to set up a pointy bit. So I have no idea if this is the right amount of shims, but we will find out at some point. The bolt here is sticking out, so it has to be hanging over the side of the tool post. Because of the shape of this tool, I cannot really use this clamp. So I'm going to borrow the clamp from the other lathe that I keep dragging forward between the blue and the black lathe. I really should make a second one. So, next I need to shoot some oil into the headstock. Alright, that's the rear bearing done. Now the front. That should be enough. And I said it before, but this is oil mixed with some CV joint grease. It has molybdenum disulfide, and that should help with these steel on steel bearings. But what do I know? So next I need to move the top slide a little closer to the workpiece. Something like that should be enough. Backing out the cross slide, and then I should be ready to clean this up. But first I need to recharge the battery just to be sure, and then set up the second camera, because that has been a recurring theme in this production. Alright, both cameras are rolling. So now I should blow the virtual horn and synchronize the sound. Here it goes. Dude! That should do it. First a little bit motor oil, or a little Rembrandt oil painting. And now I'm firing up the frequency drive. Sun is starting to shine. It's kind of annoying, it's right in my eyes. Alright. Dialing in a little cut. Let's do this. Let's see. We're running 500 RPM. 511. Sounding and feeling a bit weird. I think we should have a look at the pointy bit. Pretty rough. So let's go to my microscope for a little inspection. So here's the pointy bit I was about to use. And it looks like it is already missing a piece of carbide. So I better clean this up and turn it around to the next pointy bit. That definitely could lose a little bit more cleaning. And of course that landed in the swerve bucket. That always seems to be the case. I guess I don't need to flip it over and use the other side, because that's a goner. Let's use that one. Where is my Allen? Ah, there it is. Found you. So I just dug out this clamp out of the swerve tray. Shoo, that's done. Well, let's set this up again and then start both cameras again and get this cleaned up. I still don't know if this is the right amount of shims, but at some point we will find out. So both cameras are rolling again. Here comes the horn. Toot! That's perfect. Let's continue. Start. That sounds and feels better. A lot better. Although this is a very light cut, it might change once we reach that shoulder. It's still cutting fine. And now we will find out if I'm on center height. I think I'm a little bit high. So I will remove one shim and then try again. I can feel a little bit of a nipple. Another oil painting. And one more cut and it should be cleaned up. A very light cut. The cross light is a bit hard to turn for me because I got some sort of inflammation in my right index finger that just don't want to go away. Okay. I can still feel a little nipple in the middle, but I will stone that off. For the rest it should be fine. So I guess I can stop both cameras and well, continue in the other room. It's not perfect, but it will do. How about the picture? I didn't feel like dragging the light stand out of the old barn for this shot. This is one of those pieces I cleaned up this week for one of those test edits I did. And to be honest, I kind of lost track of all the pieces, so I'm not sure how that piece ended up in the little 4-jot shot. My file is a bit magnetic. It is stuffed with all kind of swerve. It is a bit annoying. Alright, 6 more sides to go, but I will switch the camera off. No need to waste any more battery life. So I cleaned up the edges with a file, and now I'm going to clean up the correct side on the lathe. Let me get my nylon hammer. Few little tabs, making sure it is well seated. Because I would like it to stay in place and not to come flying at me. Gotta move the piece a bit, trying to get it a bit more balanced. Alright, let's do a bit more cleaning. But first I'm going to set up the second camera. Okay, second camera is rolling. Toot! Let's do another quick oil painting. I'm feeling like a real artist here. Here we go. It doesn't look clean. Let's stop the lathe. There's a few rust spots left there. Another oil painting. And another cleaning run. So, that was a cleanup of my mistake. I don't feel a nipple this time. I think that deserves a picture. I probably should use a tripod. Well, it looks good enough. I will clean these edges up with a file. And where's my Chucky? Chucky! Where are you? Does this one fit? No. Ah, there it is. So now we need to move this whole production back to the other room. Well, I don't feel like moving the production to the other room, so I'm going to do the cleanup right here. Let me get a file. I've already done some editing, and I should have more than enough footage for another 20 minutes chapter. The whole video production will probably end up being well, maybe 1.5 hours long, and my computer is having a hard time with it. I think DaVinci Resolve might actually run better on my computer than a video pad. Of course, I never tried editing anything this long on DaVinci Resolve. So I think I'm going to stop about now, and then continue this production next time with some boring and reaming. Damn gravity. Bye for now.